Okay, thanks for tuning in for this essential RC flight test, and today we're looking at the RunCam2, a camera which really is the successor to the highly successful Mobius, which I've been using for a while. I've got 4 of these and been using them on different projects for on planes of different types and jets, and I've loved using this, but this is really twice as good in a few respects, and mainly the resolution, because it'll operate at 1080p HD resolution at 60 frames a second, which is twice what the Mobius can do, and 720p at an amazing 120 frames a second. It's got a really low latency at 720p 120 frames a second. It goes down to 40 milliseconds, which is amazingly quick. There's virtually no difference between what happens and what you see on the camera. Okay, so let's open the box and see what we get. So we get the cam, and you can see the lens hood, which is quite a going to be good for crash protection, as they say. There's a Wi-Fi button there, and the big on-off button. It feels quite light, but it doesn't have the battery in it by default, but it feels very light. Take out the foam packaging. We have the user guide and the little box inside. And do this. So we've got the that's probably for video out if you want to use it for FPV, and also another video out cable. Couple of Velcro straps which might come in handy for securing it, whether we attach it to USB lead for downloading the video off the SD card, and probably for charging the battery as well, and the battery and a mount and a few other little things in there as well. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're not going to hang around, we're going to charge this up, and then we're going to have a quick look at configuration of the RunCam2. Okay, so we've just charged up the RunCam2. It took a couple of hours. You connect it via USB to your desktop PC or laptop, and when you do that, the red light surrounding the on-off button comes on, and it goes off after a couple of hours when it's fully charged. So let's try and configure this wirelessly. So we need to download the app. You can use your iPad or a smartphone to do this. So we go into the App Store and we search for RunCam. And it's found the RunCam app, so we download. Takes just a few seconds. Nearly there. It's installed and we open it. Okay, so it prompts us to connect your camera, so we click here. Next page, it says long press the power button for 3 seconds to turn on, so we hold it down for 3 seconds. We get a nice little beep. Blue light comes on. Swipe and it tells us one key quick press on Wi-Fi button. We've done that and the blue light is flashing. It tells us how to connect with wireless now that it's searching, so we have to go out. Oops, no. So we go in settings, Wi-Fi, and we see RunCam2. So we click on that. Asks us for a password, and I think that's 1234567890. Join. It's joined RunCam, and then we go back to the app, There you go, and it's found it. Hello, and that's me in the camera. All good. So, configuring. So we click on HD and it tells us the different resolutions we can select from. Now the thing to note here is that you have to have a class 10 mini SD card, micro SD card in the RunCam2. If you have anything lower than class 6, like if you were using class 4 in your Mobius cameras, then they will not support all of these resolutions. It will only support lower resolutions. So get a class 10 card, 64 megabyte or gigabit, sorry, 64 gigabyte or higher. So we're going to do 1080p at 60 frames a second. It goes up to 1440 at 30 frames per second. But if you want to do slow-mo and you want to have very smooth panning when you're taking video, then 60 frames a second is what you're after. And there's a great many other settings in here that you can choose from. You can set up your white balance frequency, date stamp upside down, the slow motion feature, and you can format the camera. You can tell it to start recording from this as well, and do many other things. So it looks like so going to be great for positioning the cam on various models and just checking the positioning is correct before we actually go flying, which is not something you could do with the Mobius. You're a bit blind and hoping that you had it pointing as you wanted with nothing obscuring the view. So we're going to go down the field now and try this for the first time. We're going to try it on a couple of models. We're going to try it on a Durafly Tundra and get high and get some good views. And we're also going to try it on a fast EDF jet and see how that works with views forwards and backwards. Okay, so let's have a look at some of that footage now. Okay, so that's it for this essential RC flight test of the RunCam2. This is a Mobius killer, really. It's fantastic. 1080p at 60 frames a second is going to make for some very smooth action and slow-mos when we use it on some of the models that we'll come across this season at different shows and events. So as well as that, the low latency that you can take advantage of if you're going to use it on quads for FPV makes it a must, and also the way that you can set it up and watch playback and configure it using the wireless on any tablet or smartphone makes it a bit of a winner as well. So yeah, highly recommended. We're going to get a few of these and we're going to use them over the coming season. So if you're interested in reviews of other products that we're going to come across over the next year, then please subscribe using the button at the top of the screen now. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.